Bless. It's your host, Sean Murray, once again. And once again, we're going to talk about a subject related to Drake, right? So, about 2 years ago, he had the kickoff for his OVO Fest and World Tour. But before that, he had, right, the Canadian North Stars event, right? The Canadian North Stars event. A lot of artists, especially from Toronto. He had Maestro, Cardinal Official, Julie Black, the Rascals from Vancouver, Sean Desmond, who am I leaving out? Choclair, Socrates, and he even had Frank and Dank. These guys are not from Toronto or Canada, but he had Frank and Dank. I did mention Julie Black, right? So he had this great event, what he put on for the city. It was in the East End, History, right? That History, there's a place called History in the East End, right? So he put that event on, right? I think it was a long weekend, I don't know. But he put that event on for the city. A lot of legends he brought out. Like I said, Maestro, Cardinal Official, Choclair, Socrates, Julie Black, basically the whole circle, and Chaos. I can't forget Chaos. Big influence. Chaos was there, right? So those are the influences, what he claimed from Toronto. That was his influences, right? So that's what he done for the city, right? To spotlight the people who influenced him. Oh, a lot of the legends. Can't deny that. Great night, right? Still, none of them have a feature on any of his recent albums. Just to spotlight that. But I realized there's a couple people missing. I don't know if he doesn't respect them or he just forgot. But there was one person he forgot, and I had to remind people, right? I remind people. And that person was the legendary female MC, Michie Me. Yup, it was me that, made Maestro realize somebody was missing. She wasn't even in Toronto. She was in Jamaica, living it up. So someone got her a ticket. I don't know if it was first class, but she came right back quick to join the rest of the North Stars for the event. But guess what? If I didn't say anything, nothing would that would have went on without her if I did not say anything, right? But do we get any respect? Do I get any respect? No, no. You don't have to give this brother any respect. But even though I'm the one who spotlighted that, and if it wasn't for me, probably wouldn't be on the show, right? The OVO show. So, like I'm gonna bring it back. Drake did put on for the city in regards to that, to spotlight a lot of these legends. But there were some others left out of this, like Ghetto Concept. Maybe they didn't influence him a lot, but they're main legends from Toronto. Who else? Well, of course, Jay Diggs was in there. Daniel, no. And there's probably others what I'm forgetting about. But those are other big hip hop artists from Toronto. They weren't on that. No show. I even spotlighted that Ghetto Concept should have been on that. Maybe they didn't like them, right? Of course, Jay Diggs, nope. Daniel, nope. Almost no Michie Me, but Michie Me's a legend. So guess what? When I put that out in the universe, people react, but no recognition, nothing, nada. You know why? Because there's an attitude what's been going on in Toronto for a long time. The screw face capital. There's a lot of great artists, but stinking attitudes. A lot of people think their shit don't stink, right? Because I asked a couple of these individuals for interviews more than once, twice, maybe three times, and then, you know, I don't really want to keep going because it's like you disrespect me, right? So I supposed to respect you? I don't know. Ask yourself that. But like I'm gonna mention, this OVO whatever launch before his tour, right? The Canadian North Stars event 2 years ago. Drake put that on. And he put on a lot of the legends from Toronto, right? Great event. But I'm gonna mention it again. If it wasn't for me, Michie Me would not be on that show. Trust me, 100%. So, what needs to change? I don't know, because a lot of these people have big egos, and a lot of them, they ain't doing anything anymore. Not they ain't doing nothing, right? Straight up. But you got to respect Drake for that. Putting some of these people on stage, he didn't have to do that, but he did. Right? Like it or not, he did. But his recent albums, did he put any of them on it? No. So how much respect does he really have for you? You got to put a couple of you guys on his albums. You know why Drake lost the battle? And Kendrick brought up culture. You know why he lost? Because he forgot about the culture, the real Toronto culture, right? It only became useful for him when he wanted to be cool. I'm talking about trying to use the slang. You see, this is what the culture is. You take the people who influence you and you put them in your art, not just one show. Look what Kendrick's doing. That's the culture. All those artists I just mentioned is the culture of Toronto, right? So you only put them on limited, right? For a limited time, you put them on. They're not good enough to bring on tour with you. The feature, maybe, I think you did one feature with Chaos, but that didn't even go far, right? So when you're talking about the culture, we're talking about hip hop culture, and part of hip hop culture, too, for us, is the Toronto legends. You also had Glenn Lewis, right? So this is where I'm getting down to. The one main reason Toronto is where it's at is because of the attitude. The attitude. No one wants to help each other. We're really separated. They don't take examples like what Drake done, I give him that, and try to uplift the so-called scene. You never see I never seen all these legends do anything just for anybody but themselves. I don't see them doing any events. I don't see them showing up at events. I don't see them doing anything. That's why a lot of the younger generation don't have respect, don't care, and they don't even remember half of these Canadian All-Stars. Why? It's because they don't give back at all, straight up. Drake's the only one I see done anything in regards to trying to spotlight. I give him that. But a lot of you legends or so-called legends don't do shit for the city. Very selfish. And there's another individual like that. I don't know if no, I can't say he's like that. No, not The Weeknd. But you know where I'm getting at. A lot of you are very selfish. You're telling me, okay, not everybody could do it, but out of that whole lineup, All these artists, you guys couldn't even help build up the infrastructure. You built for yourself. That's what you did. You built for yourself. You didn't build for anybody else, right? I had conversations with two of the legends before. Well, one on the phone, Mr. Maestro Fresh West, right? And the other on IG. Maestro, I talked to him, great brother, good brother, but you know what? I'm not asking, I'm not begging. Ask for the interview, and I don't know. Maybe I'm too black, right? I'm not viral enough or anything for you. As the other one, same energy. So I'm not even wasting my time on a lot of these old head artists who think their shit don't stink. But I could talk to somebody in America way bigger than them and I'll get through. I'm just telling all of you the real facts, right? So the Canadian All-Star, our North Stars, whatever the name is, right? It was a success? No, it didn't do anything for the city. It was just some hype opportunity for the old heads to get some shine. And that's it. That's my conclusion. Bless up.